Hey guys, welcome to the Transformers review. Today I'm going to be doing a very long awaited review. Sounds very strange. Last year I did a review poll on my Facebook page, official Nerd Beastman Transformers, and also some stuff in the comments section. I did the Shockwave, and I did Jetfire from the Cyberbattalion Walgreens exclusive line that has been released. Well, finally, after talking about it in multiple videos, I am going to be doing the review. So, I present to you the mighty Jetfire. He's pretty, I'm going to say pretty tall. Well, he is. I mean, if you break out your classics Starscream, I mean, he's fairly tall. I mean, he's not gigantic. And then if you compare him to the Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus, he's not so tall anymore. Not so tall, but tall enough to be at least acceptable to something. So there you go. As you can see me through there. So, anyways, let's check him out. So the Cyberbattalion series they did last year, it was a Walgreens exclusive. I'm not sure what the entire plot device of it was, but for some reason, I mean, they did really good molds, and the only thing they really lack in is posability. Like, as you can see, it's like, oh, well, he's got knee joints. Well, those are actually just molded in. And he has no knee joints. He pretty much, he can go out this far out, this way back, and to the side. Arms pretty much do the same. He's got a really good ratchet though. Go to the back, and if you move, actually, you can't really move those like that. I take that back. So, I mean, he can go like this. He's got an elbow, and that's about it. Head, he does have some posability. It's not an awful lot. He can do full 360, but it's just awkward at that point. And he does come with some really nice looking guns, so at least he's got that going for him. Transformation-wise, let's disarm him. And if you really want, you could also give him, store the guns on his arm, or you could store them on his back. He just looks better actually holding them. So he does have one mode, and it's a fan mode I kind of put together. I don't know if they intended it or if it's just part of how the transformation goes, but it goes back to the old Binaltech days. So I'll show you guys that mode. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty watered down, but it's still, it feels old. It feels like it's, not from this era, which is, I'm all fine with. Just the whole fact that he doesn't really have much posability kind of all goes together with the fact, if you wanted to set this up with your G1 figures, it would work. It would work all right. There we go. So that's pretty much, and this is his jet mode, and it looks awesome. I'm just gonna throw it out there. This is probably the better looking versions out of this mold. You can pop this down. He does have a gear, and he's got these ones right here that are just molded in, so nothing too spectacular. Of course, you can fold it up. He can see he's flying. He can look down. If you really want to, you could put these underneath. They look kind of strange. They stick out too much. or if you want, you could put them on the sides, which looks more fitting. Then again, it's a futuristic looking jet that has guns on it, so I mean, realistically, there's no realistic likeness to it. Tongue twister. There's the back of it. He has no neck, just back. Okay, I digress. There you go. I mean, he's got really nice paint applications for being as much paint as there is on here. He does have some on his underneath. There you go. There's some silver right there, and then some reds right there. For the most part, he doesn't have much paint on him, but for the amount that he does, it's acceptable. So there you go. I don't know what kind of jet it's supposed to be. Futuristic jet. Okay, so this is the final tech. You guys might know it as Robotech. G1 toy. Little background on the Jetfire, Jetstorm. The original toy was actually from a different company, and they made a transforming jet. At that point in time here in the States, Hasbro was like, well, you know what, we want to acquire more transforming robots into our Transformers line. So they went through, I want to say it was Bandai. Yes, Bandai. They bought the toy rights to the Valkyrie. The only thing is, Takara couldn't sell it. So you could not get Jetfire in Japan. Only place you could get him was here in the United States. Just because there was some copyright issues in Japan. They couldn't sell their rival's toy. But here in the States, Hasbro was able to. So they made a character named Jetfire. Well, around that same time, this show came out. And they had the toy that was essentially the same one that Hasbro just got the rights to. And it was the transforming jet. And it was Vinyl Tech. And then it become... I'm not an expert on like the Robotech stuff, so if you know, if I'm saying something wrong, please correct me. But I'm just from what I know of. The commercial for the G1 Jetfire toy, they animated it. It looked like the toy. Well, the animation team had to change up a bunch of stuff because the show was airing in not just in the US but over in Japan. So they changed not only the characters' looks but the name for some reason, which I'm still to this day confused. They had to re-record stuff in the episodes because of they had to change the character's name. So anyways, years later, a bunch of stuff with like copyrights and all that fun stuff went through. We didn't get a G1-esque looking Jetfire until I want to say 2008 with the it was either the Classics or the Universe line. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I want to say it was the Universe, or no, it was the Classics line. It had to have been. They released a Jetfire store. It was a Jetfire and Jetstorm. Or not Jet Sky. I'm getting them mixed up. It's Skyfire. That was his name. They changed it to from Jetfire to Skyfire. Well, that toy had two different heads. There was a helmet that resembled more of the Jetfire, and then the head underneath was more of the Skyfire from the G1 series. So, anyways, you know, things went by. You know, we did start getting more G1 looking Jetfires, and just last year they released this one. So, if you guys don't have a G1, it looks good with with your collection. Whether if you have a mix like what I do, or you're you have a G1 collection and you don't have a Jetfire, this one blends pretty good because it's very, it's not too out there. You can tell that, you know, of course it is a newer looking Transformer, but it blends in pretty good with your collection. So there you guys go. Slap these back on here. Oh yes, yes. Let me show you that that mode. So you want to just disconnect his arms and this panel. There you go. Bring his legs in. And these aren't going to want to pop in anymore. It's very strange how you have to have these things set on here for it to give it some actual pressure. Anyways, boom, we can disconnect these. And there you go, he's got his weird jet with leg mode. So, that's something. I was make a ligma joke. He's got jet ligma. What happened to him? There you guys go. So there's his weird walking jet mode with the thrusters in the back. It looks very much like the weird mode you could get from the G1 Jetfire and also his Robotech counterpart. There you guys go. I mean, ooh, what a great suspenseful video. Again, I apologize so much for making you guys wait so long for it. Believe me, I wanted to get it done sooner. Just had a lot of stuff going on recently. So, trying to make time to do my videos. The past few weeks have been a little bit rough. But for the most part, everything's kind of mellowed out now. And I'll be able to get more videos put out. And on a better, timing. Instead of, what was it? Like a week. I think last week I didn't even do a review. I did some videos last night, which weren't really like, oh, let me sit down, let me review Captain Picard, I couldn't really do that, so. Speaking, if you guys want me to do a review of Captain Picard, I will. I was not lying when I said that. And I promise it's not going to be a, 2-month wait like, the Jetfire. I'm still planning on doing the Shockwave. And that's another one. If you guys don't have a G1 Shockwave, that goes really good with your collection, in my opinion. Let's transform them all back and pop them in. Pop it in, pop it in. Give him his rights to bear arms. Not the literal bear arms. And, let's do a little bit of the size comparison. There's a world's smallest. So he's very small, literally. Again, there he is with classic Starscream. Here he is with G1 re-release, reissue Starscream. Again, Optimal Optimus from Power of the Primes. And to top it all off,